What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. I am having a good one. It's Taco Tuesday. It is the beginning of franchise tagging players, and we, of course, are still alive, which is a great thing. So we have some really good news for the Dallas Cowboys, and something that I thought would happen, but you don't know until you know. The NFL salary cap, okay? The early projections were that it was going to be around 242 million, which was up from 224, that it was increasing by 18 million, which is great because it was after the COVID year, it was 182. So from 182 to 142, we're talking about $60 million in 3 years. But wait, there's more. If you watch the video that I did a couple of days ago, because I was talking about getting Dak Prescott's contract like Joe Burrow's, I was basing it on a 10% attrition rate as far as the salary cap went, okay? Actually, that projection looks like it's wrong because now they said that the salary cap should be somewhere around 250 million. Why is this important? Because if teams were scheduling it and looking at $242 million and it ends up being 250 million, then that means you got $8 million of money to work with. And see, this is where you have to understand, I had an Aunt Mabel who died probably, 35 years or so ago. I used to go up to her house as a teenager and I would rake leaves for her and do all kinds of different stuff for her house. She had, about 10 acres, half of it was woods and stuff, so I cut the grass and stuff like that and worked for her. Aunt Mabel was elderly. She was in her 70s and 80s. And in her mind, she was always back thinking about the prices of things in yesteryear. And it's like, okay, because she would think about, I give you 25 cents to get a soda. Well, at that time, soda was 99 cents, okay? So her mind was thinking about what things used to cost versus what they actually cost now. And so this is the thing that you have to look at, because there's a difference of, if the salary cap is $222 million, $24 million, and looking at $55 million that Joe Burrow's number is, that same $255 million contract, it's not the same when the rate goes up, when you have $28 million of attrition. The percentage of the salary cap is a lot less. Am I making sense? Because I know a lot of y'all that y'all don't do math anymore. You don't do math anymore. And what you have to also realize too, because all of this goes back to one thing. The way the salary cap works is they take all of the gross receipts, everything that's money that comes in. That's the revenue from the stadiums, that's for jersey sales, that's the money that they get for gambling, that's merchandise that's sold, advertising and things, the television contracts. It goes into a big pile of money. 52% of the money goes between the 32 teams. 48% of the money goes to the players. So take that 48%, however much money that is, divided by 32, and that's the salary cap for each team. In essence, all of the money that we spend, I want you to understand this, all the money that we spend gambling, buying jerseys, going to games, watching the games, is all the money that the NFL and the players make. I know they don't thank us for it, but yes, it is. So for the Cowboys, we were looking at being $21 million over the cap before we do anything with anybody. Take that $8 million off, all of a sudden that drops our number down to $13 million that we are over the cap. So in essence, and it's not just the Cowboys, it's every team gets this. it's all relative because it's the same thing across the board for everybody. But in an era where we need to go ahead and make some moves and stuff, a little more cushion to work with is good. And this brings into here, when you think about the very first salary cap in 1994 was $37 million. It continues to go up with the exception of having a worldwide pandemic. That literally is the only reason why the salary cap went down. Other than that, the NFL is constantly growing. And with that, you can't look at what Dak Prescott's contract may be this year, because with the amount of money constantly going up, everything's relative. The salaries will go up with it. So don't think about Dak Prescott, who, mind you, I don't know if people understand this or not, because this is kind of funny, because everybody's going crazy, that Dak Prescott's cap number is $59 million. Nobody's talking about Deshaun Watson, who has a fully guaranteed contract where his cap number is $63 million. No. Are they talking? Oh, no, they aren't. And Pat Mahomes is only $1 million behind Dak Prescott. Yeah. Pat Mahomes' contract is at $58 million. Now, his cap number won't be 58 this year. They'll restructure it. And it'll be quiet when people talk about it. It's not a deal. It's not a big deal unless it happens to the Cowboys. But Dak Prescott is number 2 at 59. Deshaun Watson is the worst at 63. And Pat Mahomes is at 58, just $1 million below Dak. So, good news that helps, I guess, Catboy feel a little less sweat, because now we only have to come up with $13 million between now and the 13th of March to get back to being whole. But if they do want to sign anybody, and we're about to lose 16 free agents, and some of which, like Stephon Gilmore, you want to get back, you're going to need to create some more revenue by restructuring some of these other contracts or getting new deals done for CeeDee Lamb and or Dak Prescott. Those will give you some cap relief. All right, good people. We are back here at the Red Brick House. I'm debating on what I feel like doing. Got a whole bunch of shrubbery, a brush I want to clean up here, take that to the dump, and maybe get a truckload of gravel. But also, too, my wife had gotten from an Amazon store a porch swing. And I have to figure out how I can hook this porch swing up, because the rafters that are in here for the porch are basically 2x4s, and they're going long ways. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to I'm going to pull down the paneling that's in the ceiling and figure out how to put some more wood up in there to strengthen it, so that way it won't be an issue on supporting the porch swing. Nothing's ever easy for me. Nothing. All right, good people. Hope y'all are having a great day. Guess the first thing I'm going to do is cut up the brush and load it up first. Get that out the way. Peace out.